Hello, hello! Hello, everybody. My name is Rose, the Parasite Scholar. It's nice to see you. I have a little introductory slideshow to show to everybody, explaining who I am, just exactly who could I be. So we'll move on to our very first slide. Once upon a time, I knew absolutely everything. The name of every star, the position and details of every planet in the universe, the societies and creatures that inhabited them. I knew everything about them, from the way their bodies worked to their interpersonal conflicts. Every new thing they made resided within me too, all the text and experience, the multi-layered perception of art from the first brushstrokes to the vision of it shifting as one walked past it into a museum. It was beautiful, that endless library of experience and creativity. The way one being could hold so much within them, a world created by a single individual, how it interplayed with the physical laws around them, and social structures and childhood reflected in the way that two characters held hands. If I ever shared it, it was enough to swallow someone, to drive them mad, make them wish they didn't know the name of every fish, and the way trees could be one being all linked together, and the way the woman who lived on a street with only numbers for a name had repeated exactly 57 times that it was her day off and she had to work anyway, and how unfair was that? That knowledge was me. And one day, something happened. I don't know what. I don't remember. I remember hardly anything these days. But that doesn't mean I can't get that knowledge back. If I study hard enough, I'm sure I can memorize the content of every book ever written, and what every piece of art looks like, and how every video game works mechanically and narratively. It's all knowledge, and it's all equally important to know. So feel free to share as I learned and relearn absolutely everything there is to learn about everything. Some of my likes are video games. I mostly like Metroidvania-style video games. I love Hollow Knight. I'm going to be playing that for my next few streams. But I also just love any weird indie games that no one has ever heard of. Like the game Anatomy, one of my very favorites. Repeats on my head very late at night when I'm worried that my house might eat me. I also love acidic flavors like lemon and vinegar. I will drench French fries in either of those substances, or I will, on rare occasions, just eat them straight. I also love writing as well as reading. I've always loved stories from a young age, ever since my dad started me off on learning and loving them. There's my volume a little bit higher for y'all. And I also love reading books. In the same way, I love reading books that no one's ever heard of, although it does get difficult when no one knows what the hell you're talking about. I also love to sing. I'll be doing some singing a little bit later after I get through my slideshow. And I love to sew as well. I've sewn quite a few clothes for dolls, specifically mostly Monster High dolls, but I do love sewing. I've done some embroidery. My eyebrow is actually done on an embroidery hoop. It was a bunch of yarn that I strung through, clipped, and then, made it fluffy and eyebrow shaped. I love fashion in general, which is one of the reasons I like making doll clothes, so that I can make the fashion that exists in my head in a physical form. Which, I've already mentioned. I love dolls and I love miniatures. Because if I love miniatures, why wouldn't I also love dolls? The things that I dislike are forgetting, since it happens so terribly often, and also Jell-O and pudding. Anything with that sort of texture, I absolutely despise. It makes me gag. I don't understand why everybody likes Jell-O. It's a horrible texture. I don't like it. Pudding also. Get out of here. I also hate the cold, which sucks because it's currently winter, and the snow has begun, and I'm dying. I'm a terribly skinny person. I have no meat on my bones. I'm freezing to death at all times. So when it's cold outside, I do not like it very much. At all. So as I mentioned, my next streams are going to be Hollow Knight specifically. I'll probably play a bunch of video games. I'll see if there's any interest in maybe playing the new content in Genshin Impact. I'm not sure how... if people still... Do people still like that game? Do people still like Genshin Impact? Are they over it? I know they like the characters, but do they actually want to watch the gameplay or just look at fan art of their favorite characters? Who knows? I'll also be doing singing streams. I plan to do those about once a month. Unfortunately, my current microphone doesn't actually show off the full range of my ability, so I immediately ordered another one, like an idiot, but I'm gonna get a new microphone, and then I'll be able to show off that I can hit the high note on the Phantom of the Opera. Unfortunately, if I try and hit it right now, my microphone will just not pick it up, because it's dumb. In the future, I would love to get a second webcam and do streams with things like sewing or other talent building. I'm thinking about maybe learning guitar. I have never played guitar, but there are a couple songs that I really love that are just a voice and guitar, and I want to be that someday. I want to be a cool singing guitar lady. Maybe it won't happen, but I can always try. I'd also love to do, sewing streams. I can probably, bang out a new doll outfit in about an hour. I used to make them at a very quick pace. Some other things would be user suggested watch alongs. I might do some watch alongs just on my own, but it's fun to have people suggest things and then react to them. As well as I would love to do a book club, because then I can force you to read the books I like and talk to me about them. If you don't read the book, though, the book club doesn't work. So I'm gonna have to wait a minute until you really like me so I can really convince you to read the book I want you to read. If you'd like to share anything about me on social media, I have the ParasiteScholar hashtag or ParasiteScholar streams hashtag. And one of the things that I was wondering about is what kind of names I should call y'all people who are tuning in. I had a couple of ideas. You could be my wormies, my buds, my fellow scholars, or my parasites, obviously affectionate. If you have any opinions, please feel free to tell me about which one of those you would in fact prefer, because I have no idea. I would personally love being called a parasite, but that's just because I'm a weirdo. One of the things that I created and then failed to really super think through was actually my little bedroom set. This is my room, isn't it cute? Except I didn't realize that I probably should have made it a little bit bigger, so that's why now there's black borders on the edge of the screen. Oh, someone likes wormies. I like it, I like it. This is a miniature that I made using a miniature hobbyist kit. However, I did add fabrics of my own in both the background, the curtains. This bed is a skirt I made for one of my dolls and then decided to convert into a lovely little quilt. You can see my laptop and a cage full of books. I wonder what all that knowledge is doing. Locked away. How rude of it. So I thought this would be a lovely set on which to do my little showcase, show you what I look like, show you what I'm all about. Let me just scroll out a little bit. Let's get comfy. Oh, that's the wrong one. Hi. So as you can see, here I am in my full form. I'll do the typical thing. Let's start at the toes. Here are my cute little hiking boots, camping boots, tromping around in the fackin' woods boots. This is a little worm. I made him in real life, and then I put him on the computer and put him on my ankle. I figured out how to make transparent images and became unstoppable. These are pants. This pants design is based on fractals. It's an idea I came up with. I have tried unsuccessfully to make these in real life. We'll see how that goes. I might manage it someday, but not yet. Here's the beloved upper body. This is the haircut that I want to have someday, but I need to first bleach the heck out of my hair and then dye it. I also have a couple wormies on my upper body. If you'd like to take a closer look at these lovely buttons, these are also evidence of me figuring out how to make things transparent and just going absolutely nuts. Those are buttons that I found in real life and put on me because I wanted to be a collage, mostly to compensate for my own weakness in drawing, which then happened to me just commissioning someone to make this lovely model for me. You can also see there's quite a bit of detail on my face. As I mentioned, my little eyebrow is made of yarn that I sewed myself. My little cheek is actually a picture of my real life face. So technically, I am currently doing my face reveal for one tiny portion of it. Isn't that great? Speaking of, I should probably give you the credits for my lovely body. Oh, never mind. Where'd the credits go? I don't know where anything is. There it is. Those are some of my social media links. I got this lovely body from Curlbox Studio on Etsy, who was very helpful, especially for someone who knows very little about what the heck VTubing even is. But you are welcome to follow me on any of those other social medias. I'll leave that there. Move myself to the side a little bit. And we can start our little singing adventure. See how it goes. I'm also gonna change my background to a lovely pink. I kind of like the color pink and roses. In my childhood bedroom, there were a bunch of roses outside the window, and that affected me, as you may be able to guess. I just have 4 songs tonight. As I mentioned, I had to cut down on which songs I was gonna sing because my stupid microphone is like, no, your voice is too high and too powerful. I'm gonna cut it off once you reach a certain decibel level. Even though you put up all this acoustic foam all over your walls, I still hate you, which is like rude of it. But there still are some songs that I can sing. I'm gonna start with one of my favorites, because I feel like it defines me pretty well. Someone's being bashful, that's no way to be, not with me. Can't you see that I am just as embarrassed as you? And I can understand your point of view. I've always been shy. I confess it, I'm shy. Can't you guess that this confident air is a mask that I wear? 'Cause I'm shy, and you can be sure, way down deep I'm demure. Though some people I know might deny it, at bottom I'm quiet and pure. I'm aware that it's wrong to be meek as I am. My chances may pass me by, I pretend to be strong. But as weak as I am, all I can do is try. You know I try, though I'm quiet and shy. And despite the impression I give, I confess that I'm living a lie. Because I'm actually terribly timid and horribly shy. Cha-chan! Water break. I love that one because it's very ironic, as you probably saw. My second is going to be everybody's favorite anime song, aka Fly Me to the Moon. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Hopefully it didn't make you cry, despite all the horrible imagery that it's been associated with. Thought Evangelion was bad enough, now we got Squid Game too. Oh goodness. My next one is going to be a Christmas song, because it is in fact Christmas. I thought about not singing a Christmas song, because frankly, you know, it's a little too Christy, but what can I say? They make good music. I don't agree with them, Christians. But they do make good music, is the problem, is the issue. So I am going to sing Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, because I think I like how it sounds. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be miles away. Faithful friends who are near to us, gather near to us once more. Here we are as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. That was backwards, but whatever. Through the years we all will be together, if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now. A Christmas favorite, even if I totally fecked up the lyrics. God damn it. And finally, we have one of the most awkwardly sung songs in cinema history. I played Martha in my high school, nope, that was in my junior high production of A White Christmas. However, the song I'm singing is not her song. I'm gonna sing Love You Didn't Do Right by Me. because I like that one better. And also, it won't blow out my microphone because it's chill and jazzy. Love, you didn't do right by me. You planned a romance that just hadn't a chance, and I'm through. Love, you didn't do right by me. I'm back on the shelf, and I'm blaming myself, but it's you. My one love affair didn't get anywhere from the start. To send me a Joe who had winter and snow in his heart wasn't smart. Love, you didn't do right by me, as they say in the song. You done me wrong. My one love affair didn't get anywhere from the start. To send me a Joe who had winter and snow in his heart wasn't smart. Oh, love, you didn't do right by me, as they say in the song. You done me wrong. Yes, Mr. Love, you done me wrong. And that's the end of my performance for today. I'm going to call it quits for my first debut stream. Thank you so much for joining. Expect to see more of me. I'll be getting on tomorrow in order to stream a little bit of Hollow Knight. And then I'll be back Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm going to, after that point, resume my usual weekly schedule, which should be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That can change. I have a vacation coming up in January where I won't be around for the first week, as well as I'll have occasional appointments or work that I need to do, which means the stream will be canceled for that day, but I'll keep everybody updated on Twitter and Tumblr as to what my schedule is going to be. Thanks so much for coming and joining. I hope you enjoyed the singing. Goodbye for now.